ban when you're playing against Liquid, I'd say.
Yeah, they lost that game, but that was a late one versus the Lions, kind of like last game where it got dragged out.
Yeah, and I mean, the Lone Druid was not the reason they lost, I would say. It's
Wait, you're not going to blame the Outworld Devourer, are you? That the other meta hero, no. Obviously, the strat as a whole could not come together for Liquid.
I stand by the OD, Trent. I stand by the Outworld Devourer. His last ult was a little sad. I will concede that, but I stand by that OD has a spot. It's just not a very big one. Enchantress for Virtus Pro Prodigy, keeping things pretty standard here, deterring some of those buff picks. You know, your Ember, your Dark Seer. I was just about to say your Wind Ranger, but Liquid doesn't seem too phased by the Dispel versus Windrun. So
I kind of agree with that. I think it's sure, it's a bit of a counter, but at the same time, Wind Ranger offers so much more, and you're never going to get enchanted during a wind run, maybe during a pickoff or something in the mid and the late game, but in like a team fight, that seems pretty unlikely.
Well, and especially if this is another Insania Wind Ranger, then you don't really care so much about that quote-unquote counter pick. But an early Void, so we've seen this more and more where the second banning phase is pretty heavy on the position ones. So if there's one that you've got your eyes set on, you kind of have to take it early, and they will settle on the Faceless Void.
Yeah, and some carries have these really bad matchups, but what's Void's like Naga? I mean, aside from that, he doesn't really have a position one that counters him like some of these other ones that you pick early, and suddenly you have to ban all the counter AM heroes or the counter Jug heroes or whatever, right?
That's true. Void seems to be a little more building around him for synergy, less about one-to-one, oh, this carry just out-carried me. Void, obviously very team fight focused. Liquid will grab the Earth Spirit, though, a hero that we don't get to see enough, in my opinion. But a nice tanky 4.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a comeback lately, slightly more Earth Spirit picks. He's getting the core treatment in some regions, China, Southeast Asia.
People keep telling me that. I haven't seen it. I guess it's happening in Asia. Yeah, but
dude, the Yopaj,
is it good?
Oh, yeah, it's good.
The core really Earth Spirits, it scales well enough that it's worth giving this guy farm?
Yeah. I mean, out of the mid lane, as long as your other two cores make sense with your draft, it's pretty damn fun to watch, that's for sure. And it's really good.
Yeah. Fun to watch, indeed. Pushing heroes getting taken out now. The Beastmaster synergizes well with Void. I think that is a key thing. It's similar to Magnus, right? You don't want your Void to be the sole initiator. You don't want all the pressure to be on Void to hit these 3 or 4 hero chronos every single time. I like this idea of Beastmaster type heroes that can start the fights, and then Void can follow up, counter initiate, whatever you got to do. You can be a little more patient with the chrono.
It's also just good vision for the chrono too.
Yep, that also.
Through the Hawks.
Very true.
I would probably just ban Naga. I actually think that's still worth it. I could definitely see Koikva pulling it out. They could be thinking about a Disruptor Naga or something too, theoretically.
Okay.
Doesn't seem worth it.
Big team fight combo. Disruptor, huh? I mean, the Wind Ranger is flexible, so I guess Liquid could still grab another support. I know I say it a lot now, but Earthshaker is one of the classics against Void.
Yeah, his lanes are kind of rough, though. Plus, they have an Earth Spirit already, so it's
yeah, I kind of meant
that's not going to work out very well.
Instead of the Earth Spirit was sort of what I was thinking there.
Yeah.
And we did see yesterday, I think, where Faceless Void has this weakness. If there's enough single target disable, you're not going to chrono everyone. Like the Shadow Shaman pick, I think, was part of that, where there were a couple of times where he chronoed and then just got hexed or shackled, and the chrono didn't end up really doing that much. Obviously, he can buy a BKB, but I don't think Void's one of those carries that wants to go second or third item BKB unless he really, really has to. Man, a really slow banning phase. Both teams taking their time.
It's because they see this Void already, so they already know so much about the game plan of Virtus Pro Prodigy that they're probably picking their next 2 heroes right now.
Shadow Demon. I wonder why the Shadow Demon ban. Are they going to pick Oracle?
Yeah, it makes me think of like Oracle and maybe like a Death Prophet or someone else who gets in the front. Could be the Naga copying the illusions.
Yeah, all right, all right.
It's actually a
I
pretty
guess
good counter.
Shadow Demon is pretty good against Naga. Kind of forgot about that one.
The Veno ban is a little surprising. I mean, I guess it's like decent with like delaying the game, and you can play it on Boxy too here, and like it's a position 3 that can take the lane and give a lot of space to Taiga on that Earth Spirit.
Yeah, it's just good team fight with the Earth Spirit. It's kind of like the Bog, and they do go back for the Oracle, so confirmed a core Wind Ranger of some sort.
Yeah, I guess who knows with them, considering the safe lane Leshrax and ODs they've been pulling too. Or at least
Yeah.
Mickey playing those heroes.
Yeah, yeah. What are you hinting that they might do a core Earth Spirit here, Trent? Are they going to
No, I
pull
was
the
thinking more
strat
like
into Europe?
a potential like Mickey Wind Ranger or something maybe.
Oh, I hadn't really thought about Mickey Wind Ranger.
I mean, they've done like Koikva TA, and then they'll pull out like the Mickey. Oh, they could also still Drow. Although Drow, I mean, they can't Spectre. I don't know. Depending on the heroes, maybe there's something there. But they could have also just gone Venge right now and then had Venge and Drow if they wanted to do a Drow draft. So
Yeah, I don't know about Drow. It goes both ways against Void. You've got Silence, so that's really nice, but obviously Bubble, very effective against the Drow Ranger. Rubik now.
I still like Naga here. It still seems okay to me. Maybe that hero is just that bad these days that she's unpickable. But I thought they kind of had like Naga players here. Maybe they're not into it anymore.
Well, what else matches up well against Void? You go like Terrorblade, something with really high armor that can also take objectives and push.
I mean, they can do like trolls and stuff too, right? He's still in. It's like fine, you like double life troll.
How does PL go against Void?
I'd say it's like fairly even, but PL's just like, if PL was a good hero, it would be fine, but he's just kind of like bad right now unless it's like a counter pick, I think.
Yeah. All right, well, now they take the Death Prophet, so that's a classic combo, the Oracle DP.
Yeah. Definitely the value there in the Shadow Demon and the Invoker bands then.
Yep. Yeah, two heroes that Shadow Demon is very good against. He's the combo breaker for Oracle DP, no doubt.
And they still have that flexibility, right? That could be the Mickey Death Prophet again, or it could just be for Quake from the mid.
Yep, flexible. And Liquid do have last pick, so this is a really good time to snag somebody like Death Prophet. Really good team fight for them now.
So, Brood is still in. I think that's a ban, because they could try and cheese you out like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure what else.
Lena. Okay, well, that's a little protection against Brood, right? You got all that AoE, or is it not enough?
Yeah.
I always forget with the spiders. How does that go?
I think that's fine now because they've lost all their magic resistance.
They lost all the magic.
They lost for the 40% or whatever.
Okay, so now Lena can kill spiderlings again. I know that one has gone back and forth too.
Yeah, actually, I'm not even sure. I would say it's probably fine, but it's
there was
physical
a point
they usually want.
where the bugs were basically unkillable by magic. It just was not a worthy use of time or effort. Okay, they banned the Visage, a similar flavor to the Brood.
Maybe you ban Visage and Pugna's not that good here though because they have the Lena. Well, I guess Pugna it goes both ways. Pugna into Void, Ench, Lena is like kind of annoying, but you might just get blown up if you know the Nether Ward down.
Yes, you're definitely right. It can go both ways, but I think it's still favorable for Pugna in that scenario. Yes, you have to play around the burst damage from Lena, but the amount of annoyance you can put onto Void.
They counterpicked Secret with Pugna. Remember, they went DP Pugna on VP Prodigy in the third game and lost to Secret versus the Secret Lena.
Oh, yeah.
Hilariously enough. So they might actually ban the Pugna.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
Of course, they could also win Ranger mid now, and they might ban offlane heroes.
And there's the Brood ban. Okay.
Right. Yeah, they're still worth.
So Slardar is banned, and Liquid looking to take out another position 3. Maybe like an Underlord type hero.
Yeah,
Somebody
I
nice and
think
tanky.
Underlord is perfect. I think they want to just like run down these towers, and I think you want some like dead lane hero here for VP Prodigy. I think Underlord is fabulous.
Anyone scarier than Underlord? Magnus was already banned.
Someone with more damage than the Chrono. I mean, Mars could be kind of cool to like create space.
Or Bat. Bat is also in still.
Yeah, they banned the Mars though. I think the Mars, the double bubble of the Chrono and the Arena would have been very strong. Like controlling the Oracle and the Death Prophet's space.
Yeah, definitely.
Bat's there, but they have Oracle, so it's like, eh.
True.
Bloodseeker's still in. Bloodseeker Rubik lane.
I think they want something maybe a little more tanky. Doom is also in.
I like Underlord. I think that was the right call. First one, he's the guy who does it the most. He does it the best. It's his jam. He holds lanes.
He seems most stable.
But it's into a Death Prophet. Right. Does that matter? They have so much damage.
I don't know if there's
so good versus that hero.
Perfect pitch here. I mean, if they want to go big cooldowns, they could grab like Tide or something, but that seems pretty risky. Haven't seen him much, but like Brewmaster, he could be a mid-game brawler that might fit this lineup okay.
Yeah, but then he's got cooldown issues too. And his like dead laning isn't that amazing either. He can't like push out these waves.
This is a hard.
There's some merit to Centaur, kind of, because like the Stampede, you could dictate the fights how you wanted to, and Centaur Rubik's such a strong lane together.
They go for Bloodseeker.
They will take the blood. So like blood, I like a lot of the benefits he has. Like sure, he's not that tanky. Oh, that was instant.
Snap pick Alchemist for Team Liquid.
It's kind of funny.
Some serious greed.
Isn't that like a classic counter pick?
It's a Mickey Alchemist counter pick to the Bloodseeker.
No, like the Bloodseeker used to like counter the Alch like crazy, but I guess we're not really there anymore, right? I'd say he probably still has like a slight edge, maybe not.
I guess I don't know. I have not seen the new Bloodseeker versus an Alchemist, so
I guess his current build is like pretty awful versus Alchemist. Actually, if you think about it, like the only benefit that he used to be is that like he likes to run around the team fights a lot, so the rupture was really annoying, right? But now the regen is just so high that I think it's just fine.
I'd say annoying is the right word there. You are right. Alchemist does move a lot, but he's also got regen. He scales a lot faster.
It used to be that it countered him because he used to jungle a lot at low HP before 6. Because like he'd have these losing lanes as the Alch, and then everyone would hunt him down and stuff. You remember that? That
sounds pretty good. Yeah,
remember it would be like Slark and Bloodseeker, or Slark and Alch, they always banned the Bloodseeker, but yeah, now I don't think that really applies with like the Veil Yules build.
I would be surprised if that was a significant
Obviously, they
factor
don't care.
here.
They just picked it, so
instantly as well. So they had a bit of confidence here. Well, all right. Liquid with the Alchemist, Virtus Pro Prodigy, the Faceless Void. What do you think here, bud? Is this a 2-0, or do Liquid have the tools?
What are the benefits of Alch? How good is the Radiance this game? Pretty strong, right? Versus the Faceless Void, versus the Lina. I mean, she relies on right clicks quite a bit. Can they burst him down before ulti? Not easily. I don't know. I still kind of favor VP Prodigy's lineup. I'm not. These other 4 heroes look a little worrisome to me on Liquid. It looks harder to execute.
Have you also felt like Death Prophet has looked a little lackluster recently? Like she seems like one of those heroes that was busted when people weren't playing around her and you're just tanking Spirit Siphons. And now that people know how strong she is and the priority is break Siphon, just run away, don't fight in the ult. She's very predictable in a way, right? And I think teams can abuse that. Am I nuts?
Yeah. No, somewhat. Like she was like insanely popular for a little while, then she fell off, and then some teams started picking her, and like we were casting a lot of games where she was just winning. You think the casters mute us? How could we? We love their lovely Napper. It's good.
I had fear of encouraging more voice lines. I just felt the need to chime in there.
I think that was appropriate.
Might be the only time I've talked in all chat as a caster outside of like, can somebody contact the admins?
You picked the right moment. I mean, we wouldn't want to discourage them.
Yeah.
You know,
And
we need some shit talk here.
I also don't want to imply that I think DP is like a bad hero or a mistake to pick or anything. I think she's just become pretty figured out and is relatively easy to play around compared to some other heroes, perhaps. Compared to that like boxy Void Spirit last game, that didn't look that easy to play around.
Yeah, I think she seems strong now when she can counterpick her lane partner. Or her lane opponent, rather. Like, that feels good. Where it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to get a good lane, you know?
Definitely.
Then I feel like it's a good DP game. She wants, like, snowball a little bit, and she wants to be the person who's, like, controlling the tempo of the match. Now it feels kind of hard for Death Prophet to do that. I think she's really good at those, like, first couple of rotations for taking towers. Like, when you have that, like, first exorcism at, like level 8 or something, around the 10-minute mark, level 9, whatever. They go with the catapult. They can get, like, the double catapult. We saw that pressured out by VP Prodigy in their matches. So my main concern for her is that I'd rather just have, like, Dream Coil this game, who's, like, running around the map and making plays compared to the Exorcism, right?
Yep, those heroes like Puck or some of your more... even like Lina, she feels so much less fragile. You go for a gank attempt, you drop the Laguna, you don't get the kill. No big deal. You win some, you lose some. With DP... how many games have we had where you're like, okay, if they don't get something with this DP ult, I think they're really in big trouble here. You know, she has this very clear set list that you have to follow, and it's hard to stray from that and still feel good about it in a lot of games. But the flip side, if you can't execute, god damn is she good at taking over a game early. But Liquid not going to get... caught off guard with the first blood this time. Maybe it's going to go the other way. Taiga walks into the trap. He's got friends, though. It is actually going to be Liquid that'll initiate this. The aggressors. Taiga, low ground, now starting to walk away. I think Taiga might be the victim of the first blood, and yes, he will. Save, finding credit there, but now Mickey's in, and they get the counter kill. Save falls to Boxy, and Lil, you might be the second one to go. Fortune's End stops the retreat. An ambitious fairy fire usage.
They're only going to get one bounty, though. So they lost first blood and only got one bounty with an Alk lineup.
They did get 2 kills. Not worth. I think that did favor VP Prodigy, actually.
Yeah. I mean, the bounty rune's only like a 1.5 multiplier at level 1 anyway, so like it's good, but it's not like game losing.
No. There are very few things at the initial creep spawn that is game losing.
I don't know. I think like ultra kills and rampages are pretty game losing.
When was the last time you saw an ultra kill as a creep spawn? It happens, but that's like a 1 out of 100 kind of thing.
Well, you said there's not very many there. I'm just saying there are some things that happen.
I would say 1% counts as not very many.
How about snowballing your whole team onto a pillar? That's pretty game losing.
Okay.
That's happened.
I have cast a game where that happened, yes.
Well, to be fair, they then just snowballed to the next creep wave, but still.
It was still pretty cool. Insadia takes some big damage down bottom, but he'll be just fine. And mid, Lina DP. Now, this is not one of those mid matchups you were talking about where DP has a counter pick. I think Lina is just fine here.
Yeah, Lina is, she's the big gun these days in the mid lane. She's like the new Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
Where, like, I mean, Queen of Pain's, like, maybe a little bit better overall in the meta. I mean, no, not since the nerfs, I guess. But before that, she was. But Lina's just like, I'm going to win every matchup, pretty much.
Yeah, something to be said for those mids that feel good in most matchups. It's like the old DK kind of syndrome.
Yeah, it's like, don't TA me.
He's cool.
If I don't get TA'd, I think I'm just good. Like,
yeah. So the safe lane Alchemist and a safe lane Void. What is the build for Alchemist these days? Is it still Radiant Manta? Is it Radiant's right-click items?
Yeah, it might be just
Save
Radiant's
up
and other items.
Get another kill in favor of Liquid.
Although it is like kind of a decent Manta game.
I would say so.
But I don't think you Manta anymore. I think that item's on the way out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of those heroes that has changed quite a bit. All the Alks I see still go Radiance, though. It still seems to be like the only really viable one. Yeah, I'm curious. Manta is definitely still doable. So,
still waiting for the rise of the fighting Alchemist again. Where's the armlet first, Alk?
The armlet blink. that was a good one.
Head build. Mid looking pretty rough. 13-5 compared to 7-1. Down bottom, though, we'll see some initiation. That's going to be Insania in trouble. Lil needs one more. Not going to find it. Instead, it's going to be Taiga that goes down up top.
Single-digit HP left for Insania. And, I mean, he's under the vision. He's got to be careful. They do see you, my friend.
Level 2 now. Purifying Flames up.
He's able to cancel that pull, though, with the help of that ward. Very well, or sorry, not pull, but stack, rather. Be careful, though. Lil's coming back and has the Fade Bolt.
UPK still pretty unrelenting in mid. Hit another LSA.
Denied.
And now Koikva in a little bit of trouble. Low on regen. And remember, when somebody's low like this, that's Thirst going the way of the Bloodseeker. So DM's lane also getting easier by proxy with Lina able to put this constant pressure on.
And she's got that mango that she just popped, too, so the threat is still very much real for Koikva right now.
He salves up, so that helps. Now in the bottom lane, a little more skirmish action.
Boy, this Veil is actually going to be so good this game, assuming DM goes Veil. He's a Void and a Lean on his team.
Structures are fortified.
That's like so much bonus magic damage.
Yep. Hell damage.
Yes, sorry, thank you. Bonus spell damage.
I do the same thing. That's why I'm...
Yeah,
I'm trying to drill it into my memory that that's not something I have to think about anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey hit by the silence. He's gone double bracer.
Yeah, double bracer radiance. The Kunkka, the DK build. The no one DK, I guess, was like the first one to do it.
What is DM going to buy this game?
Delules.
It's got really some items like, do you just buy casual buckler and headdress?
Looks that way. I definitely think he goes Valules, though. I don't think he's gonna like go mech first.
I mean, that was my thought, but that seems crazy. I didn't even want to say it. Taiga up top. Oh, gonna be close. The Satyr helping him out. Hadouken up in 4. Save gonna dive. This is gonna be close.
What can I say? Nature loves me.
Okay, not that close
You need
after
it.
all. Easy dive. Impetus.
Time is money.
All right, they'll get man, really just one bounty again. Gotta get on these guys. The Alk lineup. What's happening? Help them out.
Well, I would say VP Prodigy prioritizing the runes. Look at save. He went in deep. That was also just perfectly timed. He killed that Earth Spirit just as runes came out, so that's probably a factor there at 5 minutes.
Look at him bullying the lane that's behind here.
Look at him bullying the mid, and LSA connects. There's the Laguna, and the Koikster is down. Easy rotation from save. And the tip to follow up. Ooh.
Clever's like, yeah, you're so good, man. Wow, you enchanted me out of smoke. Well played.
Where are you going?
I think those are the tips that get in your head the most. You know, because you're like, you're not even good, and that's what, like, you know,
That's what makes the tip so good. Yeah, you're
triggers you to make a silly play moving forward because you're just a little bit on edge.
right. Claps.
More of attrition, dude. It builds up. I swear, Dota is mostly psychological warfare. Mickey down bottom. He'll have 20 seconds to think about things and recollect himself.
Yeah, he got real ditched. Telekinesis into the blood right.
Trent, this is
240
real
damage.
bad, buddy. It's 5
Yes,
to
it's
3.
very
3K
bad.
net worth at 6.5 minutes. We've been sort of nonchalantly just talking about these kills, but this is like dire straits for Liquid at 6 minutes. You got an Alk team, and you're already behind by a pretty big chunk. Your mid's a disaster. Your off lane's
Dyer's
non-existent,
middle tower is under attack.
and
he's-
Alk is okay.
He's actually going Greaves first on DM.
All right, I
But
know. I'm looking
why?
at these items. Like, did he really buy these just to rush Veil? That doesn't make any sense. And then I was like, did Veil get changed? Does it have a different build-up that I forgot about? No, he wants mech. Lil in the mid lane, in pretty deep.
Radiant's middle tower
I think there's
is
much
under
hope at living
attack.
through this one, and that'll be a freebie for Koikva.
I mean, it's fine. If anything, I'm kind of surprised he's not just going like Midas or something with how farmed he is. Like, jeez. He's at 3,700 gold. Okay, guys, relax.
Oxy dies up top. Oh, boy, our observer's been on point. He's listening to us
good.
blather around here. He's catching every kill. Now Chrono comes out. Taiga in trouble. And I think he's going to go down as well. 7-4. Now nearly a 5K net worth lead. That mid-tier 1 tower's already fallen in favor of Virtus Pro Prodigy. And like you said, this Bloodseeker, he's not off lane. He's position 1 right now. I mean, this guy's farming up a storm.
I mean, I'll say it's a very, very good Greaves game, but I could also see him just, like, going for it after. Like,
I mean, isn't it also this weird dynamic? If you have a 9-minute mech, you're crazy unkillable. I mean, he's going to have, like, what, 13, 14-minute Greaves if this keeps up? So I agree with what you're saying, except here he's going to have Greaves +1 at a pretty epic timing regardless. So
one thing that's really nice is that when they start falling below that HP, you get the 16 HP regen, and that's gonna be versus all this like really slow damage. And Mickey, ladies and gentlemen, that's Battle Fury.
Dire's middle tower
oh wow,
is under
is he
What a
going to be
game
able to
we're
get
having.
it though? Insania is going to fall. Now the Rupture comes out onto Mickey. He does pop the ultimate. He'll try to sustain some. The Silence is going to connect. Telekinesis Laguna. Mickey is down. Why the hell would he want a Battle Fury? I guess we'll hold that thought. As mid lane now, there's initiation. GPK, he's going to be in some trouble. Nice stun onto Koikba. That's going to make some space for him to get behind the towers. Now Epileptic Kid rotates. Taiga falls, and it's another botched fight for Liquid here in the mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, does Radiance or Battle Fury make a huge difference if you're not going Manta anyway?
All right, let's think about this for a second. So the Battle Fury, it gives you a little extra regen. That's one of the advantages. I guess the Battle Fury does let you farm faster if you're not going to buy any items to synergize with Radiance at all. If it's just a Radiance as a farming tool,
Yeah.
I guess Battle Fury is just cheaper, right?
It also actually functions with your Acid Spray and, you know,
That's
the AoE damage and everything.
It has a better
benefits.
build-up, I guess. So in a game where you're struggling, you know, you can buy these individual pieces instead of having to pool gold for a relic. That's a small advantage.
I think it's not a huge difference.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower
How much
is under
cheaper is
attack.
Battle Fury than Radiance? Is it pretty comparable?
It's like 1,000 cheaper.
1,000 cheaper, almost exactly. Yeah, 4,100 compared to 5,100. Boxy dives down bottom. Easy dive. And up top now, a chase onto Epileptic Kid. Are they going to be able to find this kill? Time Walk on cooldown, but there's the mech. DM comes in with the save. And now the turn onto Koikba, perhaps. He has been ruptured, but he'll stand his ground. Spirit Siphon, pretty good here. Epileptic Kid back for more. Epileptic Kid does have a Midas, by the way, but there's the Chrono, setting it up for the Bloodseeker and GPK. Koikba's down again. Now, this combo with the Oracle is great, but it is relying on Oracle being level 6 to have that false promise. This will be a 3-0 massacre in the top lane. GPK rolling. 5-0-3.
He's going to have Greaves. They're, like, done. He's going to have, like, 11-minute Greaves on DM.
I mean, that's absurd.
And the worst part is, he didn't go the Radiance, so now they're going to have... I was
Radiant
thinking the bonus
structures
HP
are
was just going to
fortified.
be nice, but now they're going to have the bonus armor when they stop dropping low, too, or start dropping low as well.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm curious to see this Battle Fury in action from Mickey. Is this the future of Alk? Is this...
Well, buddy, I don't think you're going to see it.
I think he'll... If we're gambling on that, I think he will buy Battle Fury
Sure,
before
he'll
the game
buy
ends.
it. Is he ever going to get to right-click anyone with it, though?
Oh, yeah. No, that's probably fair. Not the game to judge the merits of the Battle Fury Alk, is that what you're telling me?
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, I
is
mean,
under
it doesn't
attack.
really matter what he's buying this game in the current state, right? It's 8K at 11 minutes.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I don't even really know how it happened. It just
Radiant's
seemed like
bottom
Liquid
tower is
lost all
under
their
attack.
lanes. like,
You just answered your own question there, bud.
yeah, but it wasn't. They were like, it wasn't. Oh, he got the double damage rune that tipped the scales mid. It wasn't. Oh my God, crazy smoke play. Yes, Enchantress did make one smoke gank mid, but I don't know if that's the craziest play to come out. It's just great,
Radiant's
solid
bottom
moves from
tower
Virtus Pro
is under
Prodigy
attack.
across the board. It fell apart so fast, Trent.
Yeah, they're trying to get the comeback kills, though.
Yeah, let's see if they can do it. Lil, he's going to TP. This is going to be close, and he won't make it. GPK, he's going to be locked in place, but does stand his ground to try to bring down Taiga. DM is here. That's going to be the Guardian Greaves. Not enough to save GPK, but it's a 2 for 2. Save now with the TP. He makes it out. All things considered, pretty damn good for Liquid. They do kill a core and only lose their supports. Who got that shutdown gold on the Lina? It did go to Koikoi. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Bit of retribution there. He's still about 1,500 gold behind. But DM will move right in the face and head back towards his veil now.
I mean, anything to just get a little breathing room for this Alk. He's at least going to be able to buy this Battle Fury here at 12 minutes on treads. Also curious how he decides to build the rest of these items. You know, what's the priority here? S and Y? Okay.
Yeah, he needs like some buffer items. He can't just go like Basher or AC or whatever.
Yeah. Although Abyssal AC probably on the docket at some point.
That's a really bad AC game, unfortunately, though. They have like so much spread damage on the side of Virtus Pro Prodigy.
But they do have a Death Prophet, though. It's like DP and Alk are so much physical. It does buff up
a lot
of their damage output.
Yeah, it's not... it's still a good item, I guess. It's just not like crazy good, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a super heavy physical damage dealer because Void relies so much on magic.
Yeah, Mickey up top. He's going to get ruptured now. Does have his TP back. And some TPs from friends. It'll be 5 heroes of Liquid. Huge reaction. They do save the Alk. But it looks like Virtus Pro Prodigy were kind of ready for that. You know, like they looked for a free kill, didn't find it, and just backed up. You know, hey, let's test the waters here. Let's see if we can force a reaction.
Yeah, now they just need to get some more vision down. I think right now their wards are pretty lackluster. They have this top ward. They don't have anything through here. So they're going to smoke up with an Invis rune here by the looks of it. They try and bait it for a little bit.
Smoke broken.
They have a sentry.
Save. Does get the ward down, though. Still gives us a good vision. Nice chrono on 2. Catches Taiga trying to roll out. Follow-up stun. Damage actually does end up getting saved by the Oracle.
That was nice.
But Boxy's dead. They're in on Insania, and Taiga still pops. So even though it was a nice save temporarily, not going to be enough in the end. Lil actually gets the kill with a purifying flame. Ooh.
Yeah, they pinged the fact that she got the wind run off, and so he fortune end the void so that he could cancel the wind run and kill her.
This is a double
he had
damage.
Stolen it from the Oracle.
DPK is putting the pressure on, and he does have reinforcements. Fortunately for Virtus Pro Prodigy, they couldn't quite get there in time.
Radiant's top tower is under
They didn't
attack.
bring DM either, so they're not going to go for that kill.
Chrono down for a while. Liquid maybe looking to pick a fight as a result.
Dire's bottom tower.
Silence comes out onto Lil.
Radiant's top
Tackle
tower
doesn't
is
latch.
under
He's on the
attack.
run and not going to live. But now DM is here, maybe looking for some counter kills. They do drop the Rupture onto Taiga. No false promise. And now all of the remaining members of Virtus Pro Prodigy are here, and there's no Alk, so this is a 4v4 despite being one sideline. Bash coming out on Boxy. I think the Wind Ranger is going to be done. Will they find more? DM pretty fast right now. Xenia okay. Never mind. Oh, that silence barely hits him. Body box from Epileptic Kid. Not going to make a difference here. They get the bash. They get the kill. Meanwhile, on the other side, GPK dueling Taiga and also finds that kill. Taiga did, however, pick up that lingering bounty rune, so I guess small victory there.
Yeah, something for him at the very least.
You've got
they
the
weren't
Alk,
able to
so-
punish Mickey, so there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess when you have an Alk on your team, you're pretty much always happy to suicide for a bounty rune. Really increases the value proposition of that one.
He may have taken over the top slot on net worth there, guys, but it is an Alchemist, so don't get too overexcited.
I think if you want a better pulse of this game, look at Koikba's inventory. It's 16 minutes. He's still working on the Yule Scepter. He does finally have enough gold for
Radiant's
it,
top
but
tower is under attack.
yeah, it's Alk up here, and then
Dire's
everyone
bottom
else
tower is under
way
attack.
down here below all
Radiant's
three of the
top
Dire
tower
Cores.
has
One of
fallen.
the most classic Alchemist economy spreads ever we're seeing in this game right now. And I reckon it's just going to get worse.
Yeah, and they've again they have Taiga playing the core
Dire's
once more.
bottom
Foxy
tower
is
is
the
under
support
attack.
this game, so it is the core Earth Spirit that we were looking forward to. But he wound up in a lane matchup where Boxy was
Radiant's
rotating out, and then
middle
he was kind
tower
of
is
stuck
under
versus a
attack.
void,
Dire's
as
bottom
well as
tower
Ench Creep.
is
So
under
not
attack.
a fantastic start for the hero. And they have 22 kills already. So they're trying to bait out Mickey here with a smoke. Really hoping that there was some lingering vision around here or something maybe that's like spotting this. And they're just going to turn it into a tower push with the exorcism. Probably going to try and hold the exorcism, I would guess, because the tower's already kind of low.
Top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
this will be their first tier 1 tower
Dire's
kill.
structures are fortified.
And obviously, Virtus Pro Prodigy not coming to the defense. They'll sack this and farm elsewhere.
Yeah, Epileptic Kid just draws the lines, right? It says, yeah, just push mid and push bottom. I'm going to farm jungle.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And Lina closing in on the BKB. GPK, pretty darn farm this game.
Radiant are scanning.
And a Blade Mail for DM. He did go back for that Veil of Discord after the Greaves.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Laymail's pretty
And,
good.
yeah. And Epileptic Kid doing the efficiency. S and Y into Manta.
Oh, yeah, true.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm glad the Void built Midas. I think having a farming tool against Alk is pretty key. Even with Alk having this really rough lane, it shows how fast he can recover. You know, he's now up to 14k net worth, just about. Void only at 9.6.
Yeah, and you know that he's going to play like this vacuum hero, kind of like Naga, that just absorbs all the farm. So everyone else in Liquid's going to start falling behind. So you just got to be vigilant as Virtus Pro Prodigy right now to make sure that you guys are all staying farmed and you're not just like chasing after kills constantly on all your heroes.
Definitely.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And they'll
attack.
find themselves a free tier 2 in the bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower
No
has
defense
fallen.
mounted for Liquid. Stalemate Dota.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid are fighting for their life here in this tournament, and this is not how you want to go out after a pretty good defense in game one. You know, you were behind most of the game, you try and delay it out, but to just be rolled in the first, like, 8 minutes into almost an unwinnable game.
At least the last 8 minutes have gone much better. The lead is not growing. Things are holding somewhat steady, but now we're starting to see these fights break out. Koikba ruptured, taking big damage, just done. There's no survivability on this Death Prophet. That was even without Laguna Blade.
Radiant
Save's a real tipper
are
here.
fortified.
Gives him another one.
Save's excited. They're looking real good. Stun. Not much going to be able to follow up on that.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, they even found his courier.
And just controlling runes. Virtus Pro Prodigy realizing that they don't need to close this game out soon. They just need to keep controlling the map and not give Liquid any freebies. And I would say bounty runes kind of count as freebies at this point. They are going to grab all 4 at 20 minutes. And Outpost, does Radiant have that or is that Dire's? Nope, they have both Outposts too.
Man, this Alk is going to have to be so far.
Yeah. The word raid boss gets thrown around a lot, and I think that is an appropriate title here.
Well, he's trying to achieve.
Yes, like he needs to become the raid boss, I mean.
Yeah,
That's
he's currently in the
dynamic
mail
of this
room.
game.
You know, he's the lowest of the company,
Yeah.
down in the
Yeah.
basement right now. He's looking to become a junior executive soon with the AC.
He's like the first boss in the dungeon, and he needs to slowly move to like final boss of the dungeon here. They are going to catch Save, but they can't even find that kill. Save lives. Now Epileptic Kid is a beautiful chrono onto 3. They've gotten 1. It's Taiga. Koikba a little bit low. Did get saved by Oracle, but he's fixing to pop something fierce. Yule Scepter buys him some time, and he's done. GPK finding credit there. Now Mickey, no more BKB. He's going to be in trouble, and he's done. A disastrous fight for Liquid. It started as a quick pick on the Enchantress, and boy, did that turn quickly. 4-0. Virtus Pro Prodigy coming out big.
That sustain was just too much, right? Like you saw, like they kind of backed up a little because, like, okay, whoa, this, you know, there was a good face edict on the Alchemist during the Chrono as well as the ulti onto the Death Prophet. So you're thinking like, okay, we're actually not doing a lot of damage right now. They back up, they Greaves, they have the End Shield popping in the back lines. They have a Glimmer even from Lil to help things out. Just nice and slowly killing down that Alch.
And look at this, Trent. They're going to reward themselves with a nice, fresh Roshan. Aegis.
Yeah, it's good. It's looking like,
Well, Boxy's going Meteor Hammer. I like that. Well, I like Meteor Hammer. I don't know if it changes much here, but...
it will let him do what he must do, and that is stay on the map the whole time, never go to Fountain, hide in the trees, and kill every creep wave like he's playing Void Spirit again.
And I guess, like,
Radiant's
support
top
Wind
tower is
Ranger,
under
you
attack.
could make a case for Meteor Hammer, right? Shackle's a long enough stun duration that you can chain the two of them very easily.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
that's-
Radiant's middle
I think the
tower
main
is under
benefit again
attack.
is the staying on the map, and like
Yeah,
never
yeah.
going home thing.
Oh, you're right, but still, it's not the craziest hero to buy a Meteor Hammer.
Oh, that's fine. We've had a couple games of it.
She might not be Phoenix, but she can still buy the Meteor
Radiant's
Hammer.
top tower
That's what
is
Dota's
under
all
attack.
about. Choice, Trent. Choices.
Some choices. Not whatever you want to build, though. You know,
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
that's unranked, and even then,
Oh,
people
yeah?
still get mad.
Tell that to Puppy, Trent, okay?
Probably just spins the wheel. Yeah, he just does whatever he wants.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, 16K net worth, 23 minutes. There's a lot of metrics we could look at that paint this picture.
And they all look very good for Virtus Pro Prodigy.
It's their game to lose right now. 96% says Dota
Radiant's
Plus.
middle tower is
I mean,
under
this game
attack.
was just over, man. This was such a hard game
Radiant's
to
courier
execute
has been
with these
killed.
liquid heroes. They needed like the lanes to be more even first off, and then they would have needed some really good plays of this Earth Spirit and these exorcisms to start things off. But they didn't even
they
get a
needed-
chance to play.
Just one
Radiant's middle
one
tower
lane
has
to
fallen.
live that could create some breathing room. You know, they just needed one lane to go okay so that they had an overfarmed hero that could try to make space. And that just didn't happen. Now we're going to see this fight outside of the base. BKB from Alk will set up the kill on Lil, but a beautiful chrono again on 3. DM outside. They'll kill Insania before he can ult. Now the DP ult comes. Koikba with the Yules. A buyback from the Oracle, but it's not going to be enough. Koikba's down. Laguna will juice him. GTK doing so much damage in these fights. This Lina is in full carry mode. They'll pick up another 3 kills and maybe even more. Taiga, Insania running to the high ground. Dive will commence. They'll jump in on this Oracle. They want the dive back, and they've got it. Triple kill now for GTK. 14, 1, and 6. This
He
man's
goes
got half the
godlike.
kills.
Yeah, math is hard, I know.
He did 6,000 damage. He did 6,000 damage in that fight. Lina is a very impressive hero when she gets ahead like this.
I mean, look at her items too. Like, when you get ahead like that, like the items you can buy are just so brutal. Like, she's going MKB into crit stick. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
Her right clicks are insane. Her range is so long that it's just this turret sitting in the back. And I'm sure he'll go for the Fiery Souls stack here at level 20. So that's when the real right-clicking begins for Lina. Taiga, whoa! They see him there. Oh, the uphill
The
miss.
Where are you going?
He's actually going to live.
I mean, they can still see him.
Save, now stunned up. We've seen this before. The Enchantress, not an easy target to bring down. Has a stick, but no support inbound. They're getting close. They get there in time. They can't even kill the 5. Bakad
Radiant's middle tower
Matatag
is
indeed.
under attack.
Yikes. And that is one of the key pieces of the Enchantress, though. Are there any other 5s that could have lived through that?
Not like that.
And still, like, you know, it's not like she can only survive. You're still Ench. You still got to Dispel. You still put on Crazy Harassment. You still got this great heal. Like,
You don't have to
Well-
TP home.
one hell of a scaling 5, I'll tell you that. Bash, are they going to find it? No! Foxy makes it out.
Yeah,
A
she
gift
even
from the Dota gods.
yeah she got the dispel too. I'm pretty sure, obviously. So she was getting her hits in. Well, was that? Oh, that was a bounty set. Aegis is about to expire though, in 10
Yeah.
seconds.
I don't know how much that really matters.
So what's our next series today?
More
I think it's OG somebody.
fire.
Oh, geez, somebody. Maybe that Na'Vi squad.
I think it's OG Na'Vi. Yes, it is.
Ah.
OG Na'Vi for elimination.
But of course we're not there yet because obviously.
No,
They're
Trent,
sticking
you're
in
getting
this. They're
ahead
not
of
giving
yourself
up.
like usual. Bottom lane, Faceless Void in deep, has Chrono, saving it. Good discipline from Epileptic Kid. That's the BKB done on Mickey. Look at Lina railing into him. He's going to pop. Taiga drops. Mickey falls and Koikma dies simultaneously. What beautiful choreography from Virtus Pro Prodigy. They could make a music video out of that. That's it. GG. Liquid eliminated in round 2 of the lower bracket. Here, Dota Pit EU CIS Season 3. It's going to be VP Prodigy. Then move on to the next round. Domination.
CIS, man, they came to play. Well, impressive series. VP Prodigy, this lower bracket run. What is this? They 2-0 Nigma. Now they've 2-0'd Liquid in decisive fashion, too. Like, game 1, sure. We talk about how, like, Liquid showed a lot of resilience throughout that match and split pushing everything. But the main key factor is that Virtus Pro Prodigy were in control for, like, 98% of the time of this series. It was them who were making the moves on the map, and they were deciding, like, where the fights were taking place and having the game within their grasp. So extremely impressive stuff coming up from them.
Yeah, the Lena pick proved